Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between OnePlus Nord 2 5G versus Realme X3 SuperZoom. And we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, not to have triple camera setup, 50 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera and 2 megapixel of macro camera. Whereas Super Zoom comes with quad camera setup, 32 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 8 megapixel of telephoto camera. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have 50 megapixel of wide camera which can take high resolution of photos. And about the front camera of the devices, Nord 2 have 32 megapixel of wide camera, whereas Super Zoom have dual camera setup, 32 megapixel of wide camera and 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera. So the winner here is Super Zoom because it have dual camera setup, which is a great thing for group selfies. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. Nord 2 have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas Super Zoom have LED flash, HDR and panorama. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have dual LED flash. And about the video recording options in the devices, Nord 2 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 240 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization, whereas Super Zoom can record 4K video max at 60 fps, Full HD video max at 60 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So without a doubt, the winner here is Super Zoom because it can record 4K video max at 60 fps. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. Nord 2 have Android 11 support. On the other side, Super Zoom also have Android 10 support. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have Android 11 support. And about the user interface of the devices, Nord 2 have Oxygen OS, whereas Super Zoom comes with Realme UI. So it's a tie because both of the user interface have different UI. So it's up to you which UI you like it or not. It's up to you. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. Nord 2 is powered by Dimensity 1200 5G based on 6nm processor, whereas Super Zoom is powered by Snapdragon 855 Plus based on 7nm processor. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have faster processor which gives you faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, Nord 2 is packed with Mali G77, whereas Super Zoom is packed with Adreno 640. So again, the winner here is Nord 2 because it have faster GPU which gives you faster FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. Nord 2 can clock at 3.0 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset, whereas Super Zoom can clock at 2.96 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have little bit faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, Nord 2 have two option 8 and 12 GB, whereas Super Zoom have 8 and 12 GB of option. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same capacity of RAM options. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. Nord 2 comes with 128 and 256 GB of storage, whereas Super Zoom have 128 and 256 GB of storage too. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have little bit faster read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, Nord 2 did not have any card slot, whereas Super Zoom also did not have any card slot. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. Nord 2 have 6.43 inches of display, whereas Super Zoom also have 6.6 inches of display. So the winner here is Super Zoom because it have bigger screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, Nord 2 have approximately 85.8%, whereas Super Zoom have 84.7%. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. Nord 2 comes with Full HD Plus display. On the other side, Super Zoom also have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie here. And about the display type of the devices, Nord 2 have Fluid AMOLED display having 90Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 Plus support, whereas Super Zoom have IPS LCD display having 120Hz of refresh rate. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have Fluid AMOLED display which can produce more darker black and vivid colors. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. Nord 2 have 8.3 mm of thickness, whereas Super Zoom have 8.9 mm of thickness. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have slimmer body. Talking about the weight of the devices, Nord 2 comes with 189 grams of weight, whereas Super Zoom have 202 grams of weight. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, Nord 2 have Gorilla Glass 5, whereas Super Zoom have Gorilla Glass 5. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same generation of glass. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. Nord 2 have glass back with plastic frame, whereas SuperZoom have glass back with plastic frame. So it's a tie because both of the devices have solid build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support. So it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. Nord 2 have under display fingerprint scanner. On the other side, SuperZoom have side mounted fingerprint scanner. So the winner here is SuperZoom because it have physical scanner which is faster than under display fingerprint scanner. And about the sensors in their devices, Nord 2 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas SuperZoom have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So clearly it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. Nord 2 have 4500 mAh of battery capacity, whereas SuperZoom have 4200 mAh of battery capacity. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. Nord 2 have 65 watts of fast charging, whereas SuperZoom have 30 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it can charge up to device faster. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. Nord 2 comes with stereo speakers, whereas SuperZoom have normal speakers. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it can produce immersive sound. And about the headphone jack of the devices, Nord 2 did not have any 3.5mm of headphone jack, whereas SuperZoom also did not have. So it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, Nord 2 have 5.2 generation of Bluetooth, whereas SuperZoom have 5th generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is SuperZoom because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. Nord 2 have dual band AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and other chips, whereas SuperZoom have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and QSS. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have many chips. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, Nord 2 comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support, whereas SuperZoom have 2nd gen of Type-C connector. So the winner here is Nord 2. Moving to the price of the devices in the international market, Nord 2 is around $300, whereas SuperZoom is available from $360. In the Indian market, Nord 2 have starting range from 28,000 rupees, whereas SuperZoom is available from 24,000 rupees. In the end, the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner here is Nord 2. In the performance, the winner here is Nord 2. In the display, the winner here is Nord 2. In the body segment, the winner here is Nord 2. In the features of the device, the winner here is Nord 2. In the communication chips, the winner here is Nord 2. And about the prices, the winner here is Nord 2. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most of, and let me know in the comment below. What do you think, which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.